Xin chào everybody, welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve and I've got a good one for you today. I'm cooking my favourite recipe. I'm going to show you the ingredients, I'll step you through how to cook it and have a tasty treat at the end. This is a family recipe of mine. It's quite a secret recipe, so I won't be putting the ingredients across the bottom of the screen. You're going to need to pause right here. Go and get a pen and come back to write this down. It's a tasty treat that I call Hai Ling Lai, and it actually is made predominantly of minced beef and beans and cabbage. So it's quite tasty. I'm going to be quite quick. This is only going to be a 5-minute cooking extravaganza, but you're going to want to take this down and try this one yourself. I can recommend it. So come along with me now and we'll have a look at the ingredients before I put them in the pot. So welcome back. I've got what's here is 4 or 5 bowls, and I'll run through these ingredients in the order that I pulled them all together. So first of all, I have 2 brown onions here. I've chopped them up nice and fine and I'm going to brown them in the pot shortly. Also, I have 500 grams of lean minced beef here, and that's going to go in with the onions eventually. We have half a cup of rice, chicken noodle soup, a dessert spoon of mustard, and I think that's about all that's in there. So this is going to be sort of the dry flavoursome ingredients. In this one here, we have 500 grams of green beans. I've cut them quite small because I want this to cook quite quickly. And also in here, I've got 2 pieces of celery that I've chopped up as well. So quite a lot of greenery there. And when all that's cooked together, we're then going to put half a cabbage chopped up quite roughly into the pot as well, and it'll all boil down. So it is a tasty treat. I'm going to put them together now, take you through the cooking process, and come with me. So just to recap there, for those of you following along at home, the ingredients for Steve's Hai Ling Lai are 500 grams of brown mince, 2 brown onions, 2 sticks of celery, 500 grams of beans, whole beans are better, but I've chopped them quite small, a dessert spoon of butter that I didn't show you, which I have right here ready to go, a packet of chicken noodle soup, which was in the dry ingredients over there, 2 dessert spoons of curry powder, but less is better, so I really just put 1 really heaped dessert spoon of curry powder in there. 2 cups of water that I've got over here ready to go. I've actually boiled that water because I want it to cook quite quickly today. It was half a cup of rice. I may have sold you the dummy for those of you that just got the ingredients and disappeared. It was half a cup of rice and half a small cabbage. So the plan of attack now is to bring you down and tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing here. I'll turn the fry pan on. I've got it on about 8 here because I don't want to have it on maximum, but we'll see how we go. So I'm going to tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing here. And welcome to the table. We've got a wok style fry pan here. It's quite hot because I have had it on earlier. I'll also boil the water again while I'm waiting. And all I'm going to do here is take that lid off, put in some butter and get that melted in here. And what I want to do is bring those onions in and brown them up. So I'll get the onions in here, start them browning, and then give you guys a bit of a break till I'm ready to come back. So first up in with the butter goes the 2 brown onions diced up. We're going to get them nice and brown, and then we're going to put the mince in with them as well. So I hope you're following along at home, and I hope you're loving cooking with Vietnam Steve. So these are browning up nicely. I'm actually even surprising myself here. Oh, there's one there that's just disappeared. I better have a taste test on him. But yeah, those onions have browned up nicely. Time to get the mince and get that moving in here. All right, so following the recipe here, what we needed to do was heat the fry pan to medium, which is what I've done. I've actually got it on 8 because I'm wanting stuff to go pretty quickly. I sliced the brown onion. I put the butter in to the pan, and I sliced the brown onion, and I've browned it up here in the pan. It's looking pretty good. Add the mince to that, and then brown the whole lot up nicely. So you might remember we've got 500 grams of lean beef mince here, and we're going to put that in with the onions now and brown it all up. And this will take a bit of time because cooking in a wok is not like cooking in a fry pan. You might be able to hear that sizzle there. It's really got a great aroma, and I think this is going to be a favourite for all of you. So I'll brown this up, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. She's really got a sizzle on here now. I mean, the onions and beef together could just be eaten on their own. This is an absolute cracker. A special shout out today to my father, who actually had his birthday the day before yesterday. He's not well. He's in his 80s, and I couldn't get hold of him on his actual birthday, so I called him the day after, which was yesterday. And he told me he's been watching Vietnam, Steve, and he's quite impressed with what's going on here in Vietnam. So, Dad, special shout out to you, and hopefully you can enjoy some of this Hai Ling Lai when I'm over there next. Rightio, so here we've got this nice and brown now. You can see that coming on there. Got a nice shot of the rubbish bin in the background. The mince is browning up. The onions are browned already. And I've got the lid off because there was a bit of moisture in that mince, which is burning away now. So what it tells me after I've browned the mince is put the fry pan onto 220, which is a gentle boil. Now I don't have degrees on my fry pan, so I've got him on 8, which seems like a vigorous boil, but I will turn it down to something that's a gentle boil once I get these ingredients in. So next going in are the dry ingredients. Now you might remember these were curry powder, chicken soup, half a cup of rice. I've also got the chopped celery and the sliced beans going in. And there is one secret ingredient that I forgot to add that I'll tell you in a moment. So I'm putting all this in. And what we've put in there now is curry powder, chicken soup, rice, and it's raw rice, so it's going to soak up the moisture here. And once I've mixed all this in, I'm going to add the chopped celery and the beans. And then we add 2 cups of water. And I know I mentioned the 2 cups of water to you earlier because I've got it there in the kettle. So let's put the beans and the celery in next. So that's looking pretty good. I'll give that a nice mix around. I could just eat this right now, to be honest with you. It's a cracker. And then into that goes 2 cups of water, which I've got in the kettle here. So we'll just put the water in. And she's boiling quite vigorously, and they said have it on a gentle boil. So once I've got this stirred in nicely, I'm going to simmer it basically. And the recipe says it's been handed down from generation to generation. The recipe says simmer it for a period of time. So I'll come back and tell you what that is in a moment. All right, she's simmering along quite vigorously there. I did cheat because I made I boiled the water, so the water was not going to take a lot of heat out of this. I'm going to simmer it quite low because I've got to cook that rice, and I've got to cook the beans, obviously. So let's put him back to, if it's on 8 now, I'm going to put it back to 5 and see what happens. I'm also going to put the lid on top. So that'll sort of keep the heat in, but let it simmer along, because we still have another ingredient to put in here shortly. It says to simmer it for 20 minutes, so I've been going for about 12 minutes now, pulling all this together. I'll simmer it for 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. I hope you're liking this Cooking with Steve. If you do, I'd really appreciate it if you gave a thumbs up. If you've had hai ling lai at your house, write in the comments, because I don't see it anywhere else. This recipe's come down to me from my grandmother, really, through my mother to me, and I've passed it on to my kids. I've initiated them with a ceremony of how to cook this, and now at every family outing we have this tasty treat. Please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd love you to subscribe, because that's the only way I know you get access to the latest entertainment. And share the video. So if you know somebody that would love to cook this, or comment on what I've done right or wrong here, please share the video with them. Now it's boiling a bit vigorously on 5, so I'm going to turn it down to 3, but we will come back in 20 minutes and see how it's going. All right, I've just come back. This is actually simmering along nicely on 4 on my wok here. Of course, while this is simmering for 20 minutes, it's always a good chance to have a frosty beer. And so that just refreshes your appetite and gets you ready for the next one. We're 10 minutes into the 20-minute cycle. Another 10 minutes, I'm going to throw in the cabbage, show you how that works, and then she'll be ready for some tasty treats. So let's see. So that's simmering along nicely. I have had the lid on to speed it up a bit. And one thing I forgot to mention is you may need a little more water to help you keep the gravy here, so keep it quite moist. If you don't think it's flavoursome enough, and I've had a couple of taste tests here and it's delicious, you could add some chicken stock to highlight the flavour. And I'm going to put the cabbage in now. You might want to use less cabbage, but I find the cabbage is the tasty treat of it all. So here she is. We're 20 minutes down the track. We've got half a cabbage here, chopped roughly. We're going to put that in. It's simmered along for 20 minutes. And now we're going to let this, I won't put that big hunky piece in, but we're going to let this cook down now into the pot. That's another chunky piece. We'll throw that one out. So this is the piece de resistance. I've added the cabbage. My recipe now says to simmer for 15 minutes. So you might remember it was 12 minutes to put it all in the pot and get it moving. We simmered it all for 20 minutes to where we're up to now. And what I'm going to do is mix this cabbage through and then simmer it for another 15 minutes. And then this is going to be ready to eat. Now what actually happens here, it's a bit of cooking magic, because what actually happens is the cabbage cooks right down. So while it looks like an awful lot of cabbage at the moment, this will cook right down and just be through the beans and celery, rice, beef, mustard, and chicken flavouring. So I'm going to let that simmer along again for another 15 minutes, and then I'll be back to show you the end product and have a taste test for you. All right, we're halfway through the 15-minute extra cook here. It's the cabbage is getting nice and soft. I've had another taste test. It's coming on really well, and as you can see, I'm just mixing it through, making sure that everything's getting a good bit of flavour. And this is almost ready now. I've got about another 7 minutes to go, but goodness me, I can hardly wait to get that on my plate. Well, I can wait to get it on my plate. I can hardly wait to get it in my mouth. So, real tasty treat for the foodies amongst us. See you in about 5 minutes with the end result. All right, Lordy, she's all ready. I will put the lid over there. This is well cooked now, as you can see. The cabbage has melted right down, or sautéed in. And what I'm going to do now is plate that up on the plate and then go and have a taste test for you. So let's put a couple of scoops on this up there so that you can really appreciate what it is. Hiling Lai by Steve. And here she is plated up. What a tasty little treat. I've got the sticks ready to go. I'm going to sit down and eat this now and give you the flavours that I'm feeling as I eat it. All right, here I am at the table. Thanks for following along. I really like you following along and commenting on the videos. We've got a plate here of Hiling Lai. It's quite firm, as you can see. I'm shaking it on the plate and we're not losing too much over the edge to the table. I'm going to actually have a bit of a taste test here and give you the flavours that I'm actually getting. Now remember, we've got beef in this. Oh, so that's the cabbage. That cabbage is quite hot. The beans have the sort of curry, beefy flavour through them. Yeah. This is like grandmother used to make. Oh. Okay, if you make this yourself, come back and tell me how it went, what you thought, and whether this is going to be now your family recipe going forward. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. And if you like cooking with Steve, maybe I'll cook another a family recipe. I've actually listed these out. I've got 30 of them. So I'm not going to cook them all because some of them are quite basic, but this one, let's start with the best one first. Real good.